Every dream begins as something fragile, something uncertain, something invisible to the rest of the world. And most people quit before that dream ever has the chance to grow into something real. Patience is what separates temporary motivation from true dedication, because dreams are not built in a single day, a single week, or even a single year. They are built slowly through countless moments of effort nobody else notices. There will be days when it feels like nothing is changing, like all of your work is disappearing into silence, but growth often happens quietly beneath the surface long before results finally appear. A tree does not become massive overnight. It spends years growing roots underground where nobody can see them, and your dreams work the exact same way. And you have to have those roots planted deeply, and hold on to the feeling of hope. I mentioned this in a lot, like pretty much universally in every video, for people to hang on to hope, because hope is what's going to get us through. Hope is what's going to get us to that next step towards our dreams. The hardest part about chasing a dream is continuing forward when the world gives you no applause, no reward, and no guarantee that success will ever come. Some people abandon their dreams because they expect instant results. But life rarely rewards impatience, because the greatest achievements usually take the longest time to build. If you are still here, still trying, or still believing even after setbacks, then you are already stronger than you realize, because endurance itself is a form of success. Failure does not mean, that your dream is dead. It only means that you are learning lessons that cannot be taught through comfort or easy victories. Every artist, every creator, every successful person once stood where you stand now, questioning themselves, doubting their progress, and wondering if their hard work would ever matter. Dreams grow through patience, because patience gives your mind time to improve. It gives your skills time to sharpen, and your character time to become strong enough to handle success when it finally arrives. Sometimes the delay is preparing you for something greater than what you originally imagined. Because rushing into success without wisdom can destroy what patience would have protected. The world constantly pushes people towards instant gratification, instant fame, instant results. But real fulfillment usually comes from long journeys filled with discipline and persistence, Set a routine for yourself every day, and that's what I do. We've reached like 50,000 people on Facebook and like 70,000 people on YouTube in the last month, which is over 100,000 people. And I've set a routine to continue posting and to stay consistent, and it's been paying off. There's something powerful about continuing to water a dream even when nobody else believes it will bloom, because belief during difficult times creates resilience that cannot be taken or broken easily. A dream is not measured by how fast it happens, but by how deeply it changes the person chasing it along the way. And, even the darkest seasons of life can strengthen your future if you refuse to give up completely, because storms often build the strongest roots. And some of the most inspiring stories were written by people who almost quit so many freaking times, but they chose to continue one more day, one more step, one more attempt, and they kept going. And for a lot of people that pays off. Like I just said with the channel, we're doing really well with the channel. And it's all about that mindset. Like some people are like, if I don't get 1 million views, I'm not going to be happy. But honestly, dude, breaking 100,000 is huge, and it's very possible for any of you to do that if you just stay consistent and kind of find your niche. I found my niche with like life stories and inspo. I do have some music, but I don't post music like I post commentaries. But if this video speaks to you, take a moment to like if you can, and subscribe, and comment your biggest dream below. Because your story matters and your voice deserves to be heard. So yeah, leave me a comment and I will most likely respond to it. I pretty much respond to all comments unless they're just like hidden comments that aren't really appropriate. I won't comment to those. But yeah, leave a nice comment about your dreams and where you want to take your dreams. Um, but patience does not mean doing nothing. You know, it means continuing to work while accepting that meaningful progress takes time. You know, there will always be people who misunderstand your journey because they only want to they only see the present moment instead of the years of struggle behind it. You know, and your progress may feel slow, but slow progress is still progress, and moving forward at any pace is better than standing still in fear. You know, the people who succeed are not always the most talented. Sometimes they are simply the ones who stayed committed long enough for growth to finally appear. And when it did, you know, they were able to actually like fully appreciate that, you know, because they put in all of that work and went through all of those trials and tribulations to finally get where they are. And they pushed through struggle and it finally paid off. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this one. I really do appreciate you guys. You've made this such an amazing experience, and I just love having you here and responding to your comments and stuff like that. I enjoy writing these videos and keeping them structured like I've been writing for years, and you know, it really helps. It helps keep like stuff structured and stuff like that. But I'm really glad that you guys are resonating with the stuff that I'm saying, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.